Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys, and in today's video I'll be making a ball turning attachment for the lathe. Something you put on the compound and you can turn spheres. I've machined some components, so this, and I'll show you its basic construction. As far as I can work out, you've basically got like a compass, and so that'll have a hinge there, or a pin, and it'll pivot around that point. And then that will be the cutting tool there. When I bought the lathe, I got some carbide cutting bits, a broken one and this decent one. So I'm going to attach that onto there, and then create a tool post there. Couple of tap screws to hold the cutting bit. Like I said, the hinge will go in there with that washer. That'll be screwed to the top of the hinge pin, so this will move under the washer, hopefully keeping it rigid enough so it don't waff about when you're trying to make a ball. So I'll get all that welded up and get the holes drilled in the components, and we'll see how well it cuts some spheres. I watched a video the other day. A guy, he made his own lathe. Basically he made it out of scrap and angle iron you get from the ironmongers and stuff like that, and for all the surfaces he just, because he had no means of machining them to start with, he sanded them all with a surface plate and some sandpaper. So I thought I'd just try that on a few pieces of this build, see what kind of results I get, and also see how much effort it takes. I tell you what, hats off to the guy who reclaimed all that scrap to build his lathe using that method. That was some I've only done this a little bit. He did all the bed for the apron, he did the ways, some serious amount of work. We'll put this in the lathe now, and I'll just machine that side off, and it'll take minutes. That's alright. Certainly a lot easier than doing it that way. Alright guys, that's the finished article. Some things I could change. It's not as rigid as it could be, and I only needed to put 2 bolt retainers in. I put 4 in, so I only needed one there and one on the opposite sides. Okay guys, bonus footage. I paid the production company and the cameras an extra day to capture some extra footage. Or my first design was absolute garbage. Here's the second one. There were a couple of things I forgot to take into consideration. You see this is centered here. Well, you can't center it off the stock in the chuck. You've really got to center it off the tailstock. Now it is, so now I can get a ball even all the way around, and then if we spin it back over here, that should be exactly in the center of that, which it is. So that's that sorted out. And then another issue with the original design was I had it mounted on this plate here, and that was machined flat, that surface there, and I just thought it'd spin on there, it wouldn't be any problem. I had a tiny gap between the tool post here and this, and all the chips got trapped under there in the oil, and it just locked up and you couldn't move it. So I sacked that idea off and I went with this one. So this is a brand new bearing, unused. It was for an engine, so it's new old stock engine bearing. So I just simply welded it onto the bearing, and now we can get a perfect ball as opposed to just a radius. And there is a little bit of, I discount the handle there, it's not screwed in correctly. There is a little bit of up and down playing that, but not a lot. So for the purposes of what I need it for, which was just to radius some brass stock off, because I have a project where I need to put a radius on some brass, so for that it'll work. So I'll give you a little demonstration of this second design, and then I'm going to call that the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.